I'd love to ask you this question. Do you know what your emotional needs are? Has that ever been a conversation in your relationships? Is it something that you live by, bring to life, and actualize in your life and through your relationships? I've been a coach now for 19 years, and when I began, this was not the conversation. The conversation was about set a goal, go for the goal, work out the steps to get the goal, and that was it. And coaching here at the International Coaching Institute has profoundly moved since that position. We now bring in so many models about emotional depth and emotional fitness and exploring our internal world, because we've come to realize over the years that as wonderful as goal setting is, we are complex beings. Human beings have layers to us. It isn't enough just to have a goal. We have goals because we think it'll help us meet our emotional needs. And when we understand the relationship between those two ideas, we can begin to set way more effective goals. I'll give you a great example. Someone sets the goal, I hear this one quite a lot from entrepreneurs, I want to be building a $100 million company. Why? What's the intent behind that? I just like the sound of the number. That's never true. What about that? I know it's a round number and it's a large number, but what does that mean to you? If you had it, what would that give you? I'd feel really good about myself. Okay, and what does feeling good about yourself look like or mean to you? And eventually, I'll cut out all the chat, we get to this. I would feel like I matter. So the psychological need, the emotional need is to feel that we matter. And that is universal, by the way. Everyone has that need. And I'm just wondering, is it really necessary to build a $100 million company to feel that we matter? Or perhaps could we learn the skills of learning how to know we matter to ourselves? And the biggest disconnect in Western culture today is this disconnect between, if I get materially what I want, somehow I will feel good about myself. I will feel that I'm enough. I will feel that I'm worthy and that I'm deserving. There's this outside-inside maths going on, and it's completely the wrong way around. It's meant to be inside to outside, and that's more the Eastern philosophy. So here at ICI, we've turned it around and we've got the Eastern philosophy when it comes to meeting our needs. We focus on the inside, and then from there we act outside, rather than hoping the outside will be more to our liking so we can feel okay inside, which doesn't work. So this to me goes to the heart of what drives all human behavior. It drives everything: goal setting, personal sabotage, procrastination, the ways we trip ourselves up, the way we trip others up, feelings of inadequacy, envy, whatever it is, whatever human behavior that is functional or dysfunctional that we wish to describe, it is held within and contained in the idea of basic psychological and emotional needs. So if you love the sound of this and you can see the benefit of this and it's resonating as a little true, I'd invite you to go ahead and click on the link that's here, and I'm inviting you along to an event called Unleash Your Coaching Potential. And what we're going to be doing there is having this vital conversation about what our needs are. And stick around, because right now I'm going to break out basic attachment needs. There's just 4 or 5, 6 basic needs that we all have. Firstly, what's an emotional need? It's really in our DNA. It's part of who we are, that we have some needs, developmental needs, dependency needs, needs that we can meet, and they're in all of us. They're called attachment needs. Basic needs of feeling emotionally, physically, but I'm talking about emotional needs. So feeling emotionally safe, to feel that we belong, that we're worthy, that we matter, that we are significant in someone's eyes and hopefully in our own eyes, that we're enough. We have fundamental needs to feel comforted in times of need, to be reassured, to be told that and acknowledged for who we are is enough. Knowing these needs, we can start to see how we're shaping our life, because, and here's getting really advanced, and I'll do way more of this at the Unleash Your Coaching Potential event, but here's the thing. We will meet these needs one way or the other. So we will either meet them in a way that's called maladaptive, or we will meet them in a way that's called adaptive, or we'll meet them in a really healthy way. What do I mean by that? We will meet the need one way or the other. So if we're taught that having a need makes us needy or too sensitive or weak or some of the other appalling things that are being told to people, we will find a way to meet the need for safety in a maladaptive way. So we'll find a way to meet the need, I don't know, safety through staying alone and isolating ourselves so no one can ever hurt us again. If you ever heard anyone say the following, I trust myself and I don't trust anyone else, that's an example of someone desperately trying to meet their need for safety through isolating themselves from other people. Or we do it in an adaptive way. We meet the need for safety by being very, very pleasant and very well behaved and very available to people. It's its own form of maladaptation, but it looks better. So it looks like a lovely aspect. You're such a sweet person. You're such a good girl. You're always there for others. Is this resonating at all? And it's wonderful that you're like that, but it's possibly an adaptation, because you do have within you fire and anger and disappointment and upset and the desire not to come through and to be selfish occasionally. It's in all of us. So, and then the third way, which is the one I really want to dive into, is meeting the need in a really healthy and what's called a resourceful way. And meeting that need in a resourceful and healthy way is what we're going to be diving into at Unleash Your Coaching Potential. It's an event that we're running. I am hosting. This is my invitation from me to you to come along to the event, hang out with like-minded people who, just like you, have watched a video like this, had this message resonate, and have been considering whether they want to become a coach, but they're probably thinking, like you are, I want to take it a little deeper. I don't just want to help someone get their goal. I want people to live their ideal lives and be their truest selves. And you know what? I want that for myself too. So if that's you, come along to Unleash Your Coaching Potential. All you need to do is click on the link. It'll take you to our registration page. It's all completely free. Pop in a couple of details. You will get your invitation ticket immediately, which I love. Isn't modern technology great in so many ways? Not every way, but in this way. You'll get some free goodies for enrolling. We're so thrilled that you're going to come along. And in the meantime, I would like to keep unpacking this a little bit more. Think of a time when you felt really upset and really hurt and possibly angry. Did you know that those expressions of those emotions is you saying there's an unmet need? When you understand that cry out, that hurt, that why weren't you there for me? When you recognize it's an unmet need, you can become closer to yourself. So many people say, I wish I knew myself well. How do I get to know myself? These are the beginning building blocks. It's an unmet need. So the anger is maybe an unmet need around needing reassurance. Maybe, it could be anything. It could be an unmet need for closeness or intimacy, or just someone touching your arm and saying, I'm here for you. But what we're going to do at this event, Unleash Your Coaching Potential, is unpack that for you. So you get to know yourself. And the beauty of this, the benefit of this, is instead of noticing every now and again you get angry or upset or hurt or sad or happy or whatever the emotion is, you'll be able to link it to a need that's being not met, a need that is being met in a maladaptive way, in a way that doesn't work for you, or that need is getting met in a really healthy way. And then you'll be able to look at your relationships with other people and with yourself, which is the most important relationship. And we'll start unpacking, how do we get that need met in a really healthy way? This is the gold standard, truly, to enlightenment. It is the gold standard to knowing ourselves. It is the gold standard to falling in love with ourselves. It is literally the pathway, the 3 steps to moving so that we self-accept, we feel our self-worth, and we feel our self-love. To me, it is the most important conversation I will ever have with a potential coach. So if you haven't yet, go ahead, and click on the link. Unleash Your Coaching Potential is just on the other side. All you need to do is register. It is completely free. There are so many people coming from all around the world. We're in 99 countries now. There'll be amazing people to meet who are like-minded, who consider the quest to ourselves the most important journey we'll ever take. I'm so looking forward to this. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and click. I'll just keep saying that because you're here. And I'll see you on the other side once you've registered to welcome you, because this is going to be a phenomenal event. And I'm so looking forward to sharing this with you. I'll see you there.